In today's video, we're going to walk through the song, Thank You, Jesus, for the Blood. We're doing this song in the key of B flat major. And we're just going to kind of walk through it and see what things we can add, see if I can give you any tips for playing it. Make sure you download the chord chart to follow along with me. We're going to start off on the intro. I'm going to show you the pretty melody that goes with this and all the chords as well. I'm going to play through the whole thing and then we'll break it down a little bit. So here we go. And that's all there is to it. So I will say the first chord that we're playing is actually not on the chord chart because it's almost like a pickup, like if you're reading a hymnal, but it's a G minor chord. So we're using this inversion, D, G, and B flat. So we're going to play this, and then we're going to move up to a C and an A, and it's kind of quick to move to our B flat chord. So here it is again. You're going to pulse that 3 times, and then you're going to come down here to an F in this inversion, to a B flat, to a E flat chord. You're going to pulse that 3 times. Then you're going to kind of do the whole thing again. 2, 3. Here's the difference. We're going to go C, D, E flat, D, F sus. So here it is put together. 2, 3. Move to F, E flat, back to G minor again. Hold it. Then we're going to start singing. Now here's what I recommend to do, especially when you're very first starting out your song on the first verse or second verse. I recommend, instead of playing an octave or anything deep like that, to do an open fifth. So it's your chord, but leave out the middle note. That's an open fifth. And in the right hand, instead of playing our normal root positions, I wanted you to use a sus. And all that means is you're going to take your middle note and you're going to move it down a step. So now we've got B flat, C, and F instead of B flat, D, and F. So it sounds like this. Compared to this, I was a wretch. Here's the difference. I was a wretch. I remember who I was. Now, there's a lot of B flats happening. So here's how I like to break those up. I was a wretch. I remember who I was. It's A, B flat, and F. And you can do that everywhere. I was a wretch. Who I was. I was lost. I was blind. I was running out of time. Sin separated. The breach was far too wide. From the far side of the darkness, you held me in your sight. And then as we move into verse 2, we can get a little bit bigger with the octaves, and you can expand your chords a little bit if you don't want to do the sus. Or maybe you do want to do the sus and you want to double what's in your pinky. I do that a lot. That's a good way to get a full sound. So maybe going into verse 2, we've expanded. So you made a way across the great divide. Now the only difference, what I did there, I went ba-da-da-dum. I started on the F, B flat to A, really fast. And then I went back up. Across the great divide. Left behind heaven's throne to build it here inside. And there at the cross, you paid the debt I owe. You broke my chains, freed my soul. For the first time I had hope. Now we're going into the chorus. There's a lot of moving around in the chorus, so I'm going to show you the best way I have found to play it is using inversions. So we're going to start on a second inversion of a B flat chord. Thank. Now we're going to move to F in a root position with an A in the to an F, to a B flat. It has washed me white. Thank you, Jesus. You have walked up, saved my life, brought me from the darkness into glorious light. Now, in some places where you don't want to just pulse, I tend to do this on beats 2 and beat 4. You'll play your chord, and then on beat 2, you'll break it up into 2 eighth notes. So however you want to do that. I like to do like a chord, and then a note with my thumb. 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1, 2. See how that works? So on beat 2 and 4, I would suggest breaking it up. Now, as we go into verse number 3, you can bring your intro back. So, brought me from the darkness into glorious light. You're not going to begin with the G minor. You're just going to begin how the intro is written. So, you're going to pulse your B flat 3 times, and then keep going F, E flat, G minor to B flat, E flat. Now, just a little bit of variation. We're going to break this up and do somewhat of an arpeggio. F, B flat, C, F, B flat, C, F. That's it. You took my place, laid inside my tomb of sin. You were buried for 3 days, and then you walked right out again. Now, for my advanced players, it's a little arpeggio to add in there. We went up, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, back down. So that was the F sus, and then you're going to do F. So, just like that. And however you need to fit it in. You can do it faster if you want. It's really up to you, but that's a good place to put that there because it's building. So you were buried for 3 days, and then you walked out again. Has no sting, life has no end. I have been transformed. Same thing here. Alright, so that one I went up 3. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So, I have been transformed. It's got to be fast. Thank you, Jesus. And you go into the chorus. So we just went 3 octaves instead of 2. And you know, the more octaves you add, the faster you have to play. So watch out for that right there. Now in this next chorus, what I like to do, so you sing through the chorus like normal, and then you're going to go back and sing the chorus again. It'll be, thank you, Jesus, for the blood applied. I like to add a little melody right here. Here's what it is. D, F, D, C, F, and A, or C, F, and C, sorry. B flat, A, and then you'll do a G minor chord. So here it is again. You're going to play your B flat first and then do the melody. Thank you, Jesus. And it keeps going. It has washed me white. Thank you, Jesus. You have saved my life. Brought me from the darkness. We're getting ready to go into a key change. It's a little bit strange. Into glorious light. Kind of comes out of nowhere, but we're going from G to a G7 over B light, and it's just glory to His name. There to the Lord. There's a lick we're going to put right there. It's a little churchy. There to my heart. Here's how that goes. You're going to play a C chord, E, G, and C. Then you're going to go E, A, C, E flat, A flat, and B to a D, G, and B flat. And when you hit the D, G, and B flat, you're going to play an E. Now, if you have big hands and you can stretch, I like to do E, C, and G. So there to my heart was the blood applied. To walk up to glory, I like to do a C7 in my right hand with an E octave in my left, to an F, and then C over G. Glory to His name. Here's your ending. We're just walking down F, E, D, C. And in the right hand, we're sliding. We're doing a bend from G and C to A. Just like that. G and E, F and D, F and D in the left hand. Then I like to play a D by itself and move it up to an E. So here that is again, really slow. And if you want to roll to finish it off. And there you have Thank You, Jesus, for the Blood. So I hope this gave you some ideas. I enjoyed going through this with you, and I will catch you in the next video.